There's a scripture I've been thinking about all day today, and it's Hebrews 12, verse 1. It goes something like this. Therefore, since we're surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let's lay aside every weight and every sin that so easily besets us. Those things that make us stop in our tracks. Those things that make us stumble and fall. And let's run with patience the race that's set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. Now, as believers, we've got to know that we have a race set before us. There is a path set before us, even in this time of crisis of coronavirus. We have the author and finisher of our faith who is right here with us. And we can go through this path with him. And as we look to him, the author and finisher of our faith, we'll be able to navigate through this crisis in his glory. People are going to see the difference. It's our opportunity. It's a time for Christ in us to arise and shine and be a witness to those around us. Now, I found myself asking the Lord, what could be some of these weights? What could be some of the things that would cause us to stop in our tracks? And that's what we need to ask God. But God in his faithfulness is moving sovereignly on our behalf. He has caused this time, he's caused us to be stripped of so many of our distractions. For instance, many of us can't go to work right now. We can't socialize as much unless it's in groups of 10 or less. So we're finding ourselves at home more and quiet. We're quieting our spirits. And this gives us more time, believe it or not, and less distraction to hear his voice. And we don't just sit there all day listening to hear his voice to get some grand word of wisdom for ourselves, to make ourselves look good. No, what we hear in our prayer closets at this time are words of life. We need to pursue the prayer closet like never before so that we can get a now word for today's world. And when we emerge out of these prayer closets without the distractions in our lives that would hinder us from hearing God's voice, we can walk out of that prayer closet with words of life to pass on to people we come across throughout the day. So I want to challenge all of my friends today. Can you turn off social media? I know you're probably seeing me on social media right now, but after you see this, I challenge you to turn off your social media for at least 12 hours and spend some extra time before the Lord in worship and in praise and just sitting quietly and listening. And I guarantee you're going to come out of that time full of life, and that life will spill over into the lives of others. I dare you. Be blessed today. Be encouraged.